Happy holidays. Robert here. I have a short and sweet video for you today. Hosting your own Minecraft server. If you're spending a lot of time with your friends and family this holiday season, you might consider playing Minecraft with them. It's fun, it's collaborative, it's safe, and it's a lot easier and cheaper than you might think. It's so easy that you and your kids can work together to set it up. And that way they're not just playing Minecraft, they're playing Minecraft on a server that they hosted themselves. I think that's pretty cool, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Now, if you prefer blog form for following along with this content, I'll have a link in the description. First, we will need a machine on which to run the Minecraft server. And in order to host this machine, I'm going to use Amazon Lightsail because it's fast, cheap, and easy to use. You'll need an AWS account, and once you have one, navigate to the Amazon Web Services console, and under Find Services, type Lightsail. Inside the Lightsail console, click Create Instance. Make sure to choose the region that's close to you so that you have good latency between your client and your server. As you scroll down, choose Linux, operating system only, Ubuntu 18.04. I'm going to choose the $5 instance, and I'm going to give it a name that I can remember. After I click Create Instance, my machine will be ready in just a few moments. Next, click on your instance, click Manage, click on the Networking tab, and under the firewall, you can see that this instance has opened port 22 and port 80. But we need another port 25565, because that's the port that the Minecraft client and server use to communicate with one another. I'm going to click Add Another, and then I'm going to type the port number in here, and then click Save. Now, this port is open at the firewall for this machine to communicate to the outside world. Now that our network is configured, it's time to connect to the server and install some dependencies, as well as the Minecraft server binary itself. So here, inside Lightsail, I'm going to click on the Connect tab, and then you can see that there's this button here, Connect Using SSH. And if I click this, it's going to open a browser window, and the browser window will establish the SSH session. And you can see that we are logged in by default as a user called Ubuntu instead of root. Of course, we can also run commands as root if we want to, but we're going to try to avoid that if at all possible. And then as for the commands that we're actually going to run here, I have them all listed in my Minecraft blog. So we're just going to use those as a reference. And so the first step we're going to do is we're going to use the Ubuntu Advanced Package Tool, APT, and we're going to run that to update the package directory, and then we're going to install two things. First, we're going to install the Java runtime. Minecraft needs this because the Minecraft server is written in Java. And second, we're going to install a utility called Screen. And what Screen is going to allow us to do is to run commands in a Screen session, and then we can kill the SSH session, and then that command is still going to run. If we didn't have this, then we would run the Minecraft server from our SSH session. We'd close down the SSH session, and then as soon as we close the SSH session, the Minecraft server will stop running. That's definitely not what we want. So I'm going to copy this command here. And let's get a preview of what we're doing next. So you can see down here in step 3, we're going to run Screen first. And then what Screen is going to do is start up this session for us. We're going to create a directory to organize our files. We'll change directory to that. And then we're going to download this Minecraft binary. So here I've listed the URL where you can find the different versions of the Minecraft binary. Minecraft is constantly making improvements and adding new features to the server. And sometimes the server version and the client version are going to need to match in order for them to work together appropriately. So you're going to want to check back periodically to make sure that you're running on the newest version of the server and you're running a version of the server that can actually talk to your version of the client. Here I already have one of these server versions already embedded in here. This is one of the newest ones that I could find at the time of this writing. So as soon as these commands are finished, we're going to start running all of these bash commands. Here we go. Screen. All right. And we're going to create our directory here. Okay, and now we have downloaded the Minecraft server file into this mcserver.jar file. And then all we need to do is to run this command here. And by the way, this XMX, okay. So that actually takes us to the next step here. You see it's telling us failed to load properties from file server.properties. Failed to load eula.txt. You need to agree to the EULA in order to run the server. Go to eula.txt for more information. This is what you should expect to see. And it's basically saying that we need to have a file right here called eula.txt. In fact, I think I may have created one right there. Yeah. And it's saying by changing this to true, we're indicating that we agreed to the EULA. Perfect. So let's take ownership of this file, and then we can basically emit EULA equals true into the eula.txt file. I need to run this, otherwise I won't have write access to this file. And now I can emit, oops. There we go. And now I can run my command again to start the Minecraft server. So if everything goes according to plan, then we're going to see the console output of the Minecraft server process. And this is going to basically give us a lot of really detailed information about what's going on when we're trying to start this Minecraft process, as well as any errors that might occur. So if there's any troubleshooting that you want to do here, you want to definitely keep your eye on this step and make sure that the result is what you see in the blog post on the right. And after this, it's actually going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to explain also, once you reconnect in the future using SSH, you're not going to see this exact output because this exact output is actually within a screen session. So what you can do is you can connect to an existing screen session. So how do you connect to an existing screen session? Well, the general way to do this is if you type screen-ls, it'll list all of the screen sessions. And then you can basically type screen-r and you can specify one of the sessions by its identifier. You can check out the screen man pages if you want to learn more about this really handy utility, but I highly recommend learning screen. It's extremely useful and it's helped me out a bunch. So definitely take a look at that if you have some spare time. And in the next section, we're just going to connect the Minecraft client because as soon as this server is up and running, our port's open, we can basically launch our Minecraft client and connect to our server and start playing. All right. My server is ready. Now I can connect with the client. I just need to get the IP address of my server. And to do that, I'm going to come back into the Lightsail console and I should be able to find my IP address right there. So I'm just going to grab that. And note that this is a dynamic IP address. This is going to change every time you create a new Lightsail instance. If you want the IP address to stay the same between creations of Lightsail instances, then you need to create what's called a static IP address, and that's under the networking tab. I'm not going to cover that now, but that's very handy and it's very easy to use. I'm going to go ahead and launch Minecraft. Okay, let me delete this and start over just to show you what it's like if you were starting from scratch. you would come in here and click Add Server, and you would give your Minecraft server a name. And then in the server the server address, this is where you paste your IP address for your server. And you click Done. And then if the address is the correct one and your port is open and the Minecraft server is running, then this is what should show up. You'll have these bars that tell you kind of your ping. You can see that my ping to this Minecraft server is very good, 21 milliseconds. That's awesome. So let me just click this, and it is connected to my server now. I'm joining the world, and there I go. Okay. And what's really cool is now this server can support all the other features that you know and love about Minecraft. You can invite your friends to play here. You can install mods, all sorts of cool stuff. There you have it. In just minutes, you can have your own Minecraft server, and you can connect and play and build and have a great time. Now, I just want to point out a couple of other things. So if you're having trouble getting this up and running, there are a few things to double check. The first is that you have port 25565 open within the firewall settings of your Lightsail instance. The second is that your Minecraft server and client actually have to have the same version. So if your Minecraft client is running 1.15 and your server is running 1.14, they're not going to be able to talk to each other. They have to match. So 1.15 and 1.15. And in fact, if you add a server with the wrong version and then you add that IP address, the Minecraft client will tell you there's a mismatch and it's not going to let you connect. So if that happens, you have to go back up into that link that I have up here in the blog post, right here, minecraft.net/downloads. You go to this link, and then you find the URL for the newest version of the Minecraft server, and your client is going to auto update. So your client should usually be on the newest version, and you just got to make sure that you run the newer version. Okay, and then once you're done playing with this Minecraft server and you want to shut it down, you can basically do that by going into Lightsail here and going into instances, and you can click delete here. Really easy, and I recommend you do this just to make sure that you're not paying for any resources that you're not using. It's always a good practice. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoy, and let me know if this was helpful. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll produce more of this in the future. Happy holidays.